Hello students, hope all of you are fine and waiting for the result. Students, yesterday I have told you about how people in India were discriminated and how they were discriminated in not only in India, in other parts of the world also. And they struggled against such discrimination. They launched various movements. In yesterday's tutorial, I have told you all about these. How people in USA were discriminated, how blacks were discriminated by the whites, how Rosa Parks started a struggle against this discrimination. Martin Luther King started a civil rights movement in USA. You have read about this. And today I'm going to teach you about a different types of struggles started by the people. First of all, I want to tell you that earlier condition of women was not good in the whole world. Women were not given equal rights as given to men. Women had to struggle a lot. In France also, women struggled for about 200 years to get equal rights as given to men. And in India, condition of women was also not good. And women struggled a lot. They launched various feminist movements. Now, what do you mean by feminist? Feminist is a person who believes in equal rights for both men and women. For example, we all are feminists because we believe in the equal rights for both men and women. Women launched various feminist movements, and due to this, women got equal rights in India as given to men. Our constitution has also given us right to equality. No one is allowed to discriminate with others, but still, people are discriminated in India and they struggled a lot against such type of discrimination. For example, in India, there are many people who are struggling these days. For example, fisher folk, agricultural laborers, slum dwellers, forest dwellers, they are still struggling to get equal right or justice. When dams or sanctuaries are built, thousands of people are displaced. Most of these people are poor. Their work as well as their children's schooling is disrupted due to this. And so these people come together to fight against this. There are several organizations in the country fighting for rights of the displaced. In this chapter, you will read about Tawa Matsya Sangh, a federation of fisher workers and cooperatives. Now, what's Tawa Matsya Sangh? A federation of fisher workers and cooperatives. And this is an organization fighting for the rights of displaced forest dwellers of the Satpura forest in Madhya Pradesh. Tawa Dam was started in 1958 and was completed in 1978. The forest dwellers were left with nothing. They earned very little. In 1994, government gave rights for fishing in Tawa area to private contractors. These contractors drove the local people away and got cheap labor from outside. The contractors threatened the villagers, and villagers stood united. They set up an organization to protect their rights or to fight for their rights, and they formed Tawa Matsya Sangh. They organized rallies and chakka jam, and they also have given the call of bandhs, dharnas. In response to their protest, government created a committee. That committee recommended that fishing rights to be given to the villagers for their livelihood. And in 1996, Madhya Pradesh government gave the fishing right to these people. And Tava Matsya Sangh also has begun giving loans to the fisher workers to buy new nets. In this way, these people solve their problems. In this chapter, you will also read about that Indian Constitution is a living document. Yes, Indian Constitution is a living document because changes can be made according to the need of time in Indian Constitution. Various amendment acts, near about more than 100 amendment acts have been passed by the government to make changes in the constitution. Our constitution is not a closed book. Changes can be made. Amendment act means to make changes in the constitution. But to make changes is not an easy process. For this, approval of both the levels of the government is needed. Our framers were very wise and they had given us had given the right to the government to make changes according to the requirement of the people or according to the need of time. So we can say Indian Constitution is a living document, and students, we should respect our Constitution. We should follow all the provisions which are given in our Constitution. For example, right to equality. So from this lesson, we should learn that we should not discriminate others. And we should respect all the religions also, because right to religion, right to freedom of religion is also given by the Constitution. And we should respect all the religions. We should follow all the fundamental rights which are given in the Constitution to live a peaceful life. There is unity in diversity. In India, people of diverse group are live, and there is unity in diversity. It's only because of that our Constitution has given equal rights to the people of diverse group. Hope you will proper do the reading of this chapter, and we will discuss later in the class also. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.